Show night tonight.
What's up, Impy? You don't need to stand up. We got a comic right here, right now.
I'll send you guys some clips.
Conditioning is something I'd like to focus on this week. I'm dubious, but
You've seen a little wear on the court?
yes, and I don't want fatigue to be an issue, but the issue may be not pushing hard enough regularly, too.
What's the solution?
I want to work on stamina. Australia, France, Germany makes tough work.
All right, I can draw up some routines for that. I'll start penciling in some drills and order them accordingly.
39
So my
last
family
year,
is
it's like
really
it's
into fruit.
I'd like to see each of us try to schedule 2 international.
Oh, go frozen.
Talk
You
to your
got way
teams
better
and
cost per
let
ounce
me
and
know how
more
we should
nutrition.
start time.
Sounds
our
fun.
Aunt
I'll have
Liz
my
will
itinerary set by Monday.
Oh, and
Definitely
if you
exciting
feed fresh
times,
fruit,
right?
just,
Developing
you know,
our
say
player
it'll double up and
evaluations
then
on a
freeze
whole
it.
new
You'll
level
save
now.
a fortune a month.
That's wise.
Yeah, well, you can thank my economics teacher in high school, Mr. Whitburn. You're welcome. I still remember him.
So then we
education
finished up
or
brunch, had a nice
focus,
little walk in the park nearby.
I mean, what's the idea
Sounds
here?
like a lovely weekend.
What'd
you have for lunch?
No more
Eggs Benediction, I agree,
love good eggs
but I
Benny.
feel like
I'm
there's
a
some
pancake
advanced
man
stats
myself.
that our coaches may not
Sometimes
know.
you need something a little more.
Like an example, focused improvement.
You're not going to the right places
Per week,
if the
sample,
pancakes
but
are
we all get on the same
I'll
page.
send you some restaurant recommendations.
That'd be great, I guess, but just
So we got
do us
that
a
thing
favor,
set
right?
up, and now
Tag
it's like,
one of your other
play me a
emails in
song.
so we can
And
eliminate
wait.
1 or 2 chains as we said.
No, don't even get me started on those things.
No deal.
No, I'm serious. Those things are spying on you. People are always listening in on your conversation.
don't do it.
Like right now,
Last year he told me to drop
there
his
could very
email
well be
address
someone
right now.
listening to us talking about what we
Can't
did
even
last
imagine what
You've been paying us. Really? Am I? Are you sure there isn't, I don't know, some player just hanging around listening to all the stuff we say to each other?
Why would anybody be listening to us? We don't have anything interesting to say.
You'd be surprised. People are very comfortable invading other people's privacy.
You know what?
You're making me paranoid.
Right now.
I think we should stop talking.
I'd like to go on a big trip after the season.
I'll talk to you later.
Like Japan, Australia.
I have a new objective for us.
I want to see Tokyo.
I want to
And I
convince
love
the
seeing those
GM to
steakhouses
get
they have
us
on TV.
more draft picks.
Plus, I'd like to see one
What
of
are
those
we aiming
cat
for?
cats.
Well, the international heavy draft is
Oh,
going
they
to
look
be
super cool.
spectacular.
They're
And
even
we've been
vending
on
machines
top of
on
it.
streets and stuff.
But we don't have the picks to take advantage.
Exactly. We know the deck is stacked, but we need a couple more cards to draw. So help me with a 5-point summary of why we should trade for picks in the next 2 drafts.
I'm on it. Thanks. I'll help. Who asked for help? I got this. I'll buy lunch?
We're all going and getting hot chocolate then I'm in.
Y'all up for some pickleball this weekend?
My back is sore. It's not like you're getting physical anyway. What do you mean? I'm our main
I'd like our G
rebounder.
League team to do more
3
driving.
rebounds in 4 games does
As
not
the
make
means of
you a
getting better
rebounder.
brimmer looks.
Yeah, I don't miss anyway, so
Yes,
might out on the way.
players give us just trying to help
We're
and
so
what they
arrogant
do
that
to make
sometimes
us
I want to play on the other team.
Right?
With
Maybe
your
we
back?
send some Steve
I'd love
Nash
to see you
MVP
try.
season reels.
Great.
We
What am I
could
getting
really do
myself
better.
into?
I saw your report on shooting guards this morning.
So I was giving some more thought about our international evaluation.
I'm concerned. You're focusing on small programs a bit too much.
It's awesome to have eyes on people that could
Two
go
of you
under
are
the
gonna save
radar,
us
but
an
the
hour
4 or 5 of
a
the guys you listed are at schools with less than 100 fans in the crowd.
What's your point? I mean, that's not a metric that we
We'll be
regularly
making
speak
weekly
of.
slideshows by
No one's
continent
watching,
of our
so
top
it's
5
easier to
target
focus.
players.
I don't know if that's true.
Imagine if hundreds of people could
You
hear
want
us
shorter
talk.
meetings, right?
Would you be nervous?
So
Would it be hard to
synthesize,
think of what to say
gather,
next?
review,
I've never been
summarize,
scuba diving. Is
and
it fun?
I'll cap the meetings at 30
I
minutes.
think you should try snorkeling first. It's lighter and you're not a strong swimmer.
How do you know that?
Our family's vacation together once. This one here almost sank only swimming.
Okay, that's only because I could just
Yeah, get up
eat
and
first.
paddle. Oh, you gotta wait at least 30, 40 minutes to get in.
So yeah, try some light activity first before an underwater breathing apparatus because a mermaid, you are nuts.
I've never been to like a big theatrical production. I mean, that would be fun.
Like a Broadway play?
Yeah, like one of the big ones.
Oh, not my scene. I like being able to cheer.
You can cheer.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
I don't know, like a play?
What's the silent one?
Like miming?
Oh my goodness, you guys are so ridiculous.
Oh, you're my trainee, always.
You trained me 7 years ago. Come on, dude. Hey, I love the kids' games too, but I'm just saying it's not apples to apples.
Bear them at ants, and he would swarm on these apples.
But you've seen the box.
Not since Peja. You think he's that special?
That's what I'm saying, once in a generation.
You do know that Peja, at the time of his retirement, was 10th all-time in Major League Baseball.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, the Denver Nuggets will come to town.
And that game against the Rockets, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
The starters for Utah. We've got Bailey, Jared McCain out there with Duren, and it's Tucker in at the 4. And for Portland, we've got Henderson, and it's Booth in at the 2 spot. Well, Grant, when a season is fresh, what are coaches looking for from their players?
You know, B.A., they want to see execution on the game plan that's been set in practice. The X's and O's, can they bring it to life? I mean, that is what they're expecting.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And as a catalyst for his team offensively, MP has stated his focus on setting up his teammates. He wants to be a top distributor.
We know MP's made big-time claims to make big improvements in his playmaking execution. But even though we know he's got the ability, it simply hasn't translated lately. He's working hard with his coaches on how they get him more involved, put him in good positions, and free him up to distribute. We'll see if he can get it done in that category tonight.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
I spoke with MP before the game about his playmaking, and he told me his goal is pretty simple. When he creates more opportunities for his team than their opponents can, they usually win. So that's what he set on doing.
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward. Thanks for that, Allie.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip-in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Jackson with a screen on McCain. Here's Booth. Rebounded by the Jazz. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bailey gets it to go.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
To the middle. Outside Tucker. Utah moving the ball around. Carries it down low.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
You knew they were going to be aggressive, and now you see them executing that.
Here's Ferguson. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Tucker inside. Here's Bass, defended by Henderson. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Crawford's checked in, and a switch here also for Utah. Murray's checked in for Tucker. Trailblazers lead by 3. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Booth, covered by McCain. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here's Bass. He had 37 points in the win against Memphis. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's Booth. Here's Jackson. Banked it in off the glass. Jackson's got 6 points.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Buries it from 3.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage, he's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, that's a little easier to do out on the perimeter.
Here's Crawford. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Jackson gets the bucket. Give him 8.
Wow, what a smart play. He recognizes the smaller defender on him and takes it right to the rim.
Here's Bass. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
You have to stay connected with him out there or he will roast you.
Here's Crawford. He's scoreless. Pass to Keith. Here's Crawford. Shot clock at 6. Here's Henderson. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from McCain. Here's Bass. 6 points for him. And that misses. That would have put him up. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Murray out there with Brandon Miller. Then it's Donovan Clingan. Then there's Jared McCain. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Well, if you have an opening, hit that gas pedal, and you will get it easy, too.
Here's Crawford following the bucket by the Jazz. Shots good by Henderson.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Here's McCain. Miller outside, Clingan with a screen. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Morris.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Henderson. Soft touch off the glass. Henderson's got 5.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For the Jazz, Tucker's checked in for Clingan, and Bailey subbed in for Richardson. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
It's good. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Bailey. And yep, it's good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers, coming off that win against the Sixers.
That was a great win for them. Nobody liked their chances coming into the game, but when they got to OT, they put the hammer down.
Well, let's see if they can build on that now, because it was a huge confidence booster.
So it's Utah now. Portland making their last shot. Pass to Tucker. Outside McCain. The 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Portland leading by 6. Here's Booth. He also had a big impact in that win against the 76ers. McCain against Henderson. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Pass to Murray. Here's Bailey. Whoa! Oh, my goodness! And down it goes. Jam that one home.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And some changes here for Portland. Jackson, he's checked in for Holland. Crawford comes in for Henderson. Bass, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Crawford. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 37 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. After a while, everything went through him. He just completely dominated, guys.
That's good stuff, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And Tucker gets it to go.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Here's Booth. Jackson, the screen. Tries it from 19. And that one comes up a bit short.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Pass to Murray. To the paint. Here's Bass. Booth with the rebound. Now Portland with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Puts up a three. Ferguson, no good. Jazz trail by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Inside. Here's Miller. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Crawford. No points yet. Jackson with the screen on Miller. Here's Clemens. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. So we conclude the first half. Portland ahead. They're up by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Utah Jazz.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Jazz, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in that first matchup. Played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
Here's Bass. We've got Jackson, and it's Henderson in at the point. And that's the group for Jordan Ott as we begin the second half. Pass to McCain. He's got a clear path. Shot's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 13.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Here's Bass. He's got 6. Back to Duren. And the layup is good off the glass. Duren's got his second basket of the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Henderson. Got a piece of it. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Bass. Pass to Tucker. Count that one. 6 points for him.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
Here's Bass. Down low, Bailey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Pass to Keith. They set the pick. There's the three. Rebounded by the Jazz.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
To the inside. Here's Bailey. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Portland leading. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Jackson. Fires it. And the jumper falls for him. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
To the middle. Outside McCain. Here's Bass. He's got 6. 3 on the clock. Takes a 3. That one no good. Portland leading by 4. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Keith. Here's Ferguson. Three-pointer. And it's Keith missing. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Bass. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. McCain's got his first basket.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Crawford's checked in for Portland. And Utah with a change here too. Murray's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Booth, covered by McCain. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Bass. That three's off the mark.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Here's Bass. Sends it home from three-point land. Bass has got 9.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Portland moving it around. Here's Keith, defended by Murray. Pass to Booth from behind the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Bass. Another 3 for Utah.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Here's Crawford. From outside the arc. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Portland ahead, up by 4. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. We've got Murray. He's out there with Bailey. And it's Tucker in at the center spot. Now here's Tucker. Miller. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Booth. Here's Ferguson. Here's Booth. From downtown, Miller pulls it in.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Over to the wing. Here's Crawford. Pass to Booth from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Murray finds Richardson. The floater. Booth with the rebound. Booth's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Ferguson. Fires the 3. Rebound, Utah. Bailey's got 4 rebounds now. There's the triple. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And the timeout called here by Jordan Ott. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A different look here for Utah. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Murray. McCain comes in for Miller. And it's Bass in for Richardson. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen to Portland's head coach talking to his team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Allie, thank you. Here's Bass, defended by Henderson. Good for 2.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Here's Booth. Puts one up from 19. Jackson. Yes! Using that window.
Making the most of that possession. unwilling to give up on the play.
Going inside. Oh, it drops in.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
Here's Booth. It's deflected. Here's Bass, defended by Jackson. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Now, this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
The Trailblazers have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth. Here's Booth, covered by McCain. It's good!
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Here's Bass. Jacks up a 3! Money from 3!
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
He got it!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
For 3, the 3 is in!
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Well, you would think by now they would have learned their lesson defensively. You have to stay connected to him.
Here's Booth.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Takes a 3, buries it from outside.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Down goes the jumper.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
free throw, no good. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Oh, it's off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
McCain with a rebound. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Timeout called, Portland. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. And if they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Here's Jackson. Shoots a three. Knocks down the trifecta.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big time conversion there, puts them up 3.
He launches, the triple drops.
Well, his scoring ability is why this game is all tied up. A few more key possessions like that, and they could start to pull away.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
We've got Henderson, and it's Jackson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Beyond the arc. Duren pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Oh, swiped away. That one's in there.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Duren pulls it down. Utah leading. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Hey, clashes with the larger defender and makes maybe the biggest shot of the game.
Well, he seized the moment right there. He felt like no one could stop him. Turns out he was right.
Oh, he can't hit it. Utah leading by 3. Yes, sir! Count it!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
Here's Booth. Here's the teardrop. He drops the first one, and that brings him within 5. And so Jackson nails both of them.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Utah leading by 4. From downtown. Cash from downtown.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Here's Booth. Fires the 3, and he nails it.
And just a huge answer right there with a 3 of their own. And the crowd now is in a frenzy.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 6 from the floor during this overtime session. Yes, it's good!
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. committed an intentional foul right there. First one to drop, tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Jackson. Can't get the three.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And so it's Utah with the W. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
You know, and both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For reporter Ali LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
MP,
Trust me.
right here.
Yes, trust me.
All right. MP, I'm wondering.
My bad, bro. Where's Olassie? Olassie, how about you ask one? Where you at, Frank?
All right, I got one for you.
Yup.
A big effort from you against a big team. It's nice to see for once. How hungry were you guys to get this win?
How hungry? Tough to say. We don't track that stat. Too hungry to be satisfied by baloney. I know that. Oh, what's wrong, Frank? Nothing? Okay, well, obviously, we're happy to get the win. They're a terrific team over there. But we can't be satisfied. Plenty of more season left, plenty of games to be played. It feels good to take down a shark, though. Hard to fill up on minnows. Right, Frank?
You're a sardine, Frank.
MP!
Right here.
Right here.
Come back here, MP.
I have
I
one
have
I
a good
think you'll
one for
like.
you.
Oh, there he is, everybody's favorite director, Jordan Peele.
Oh, you're all filming?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I'm sorry. No, I'll come back. real funny about the Jordan Peele thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Heard some pretty scary rumors about what they doing to you in here.
Like what?
Man, I heard they was giving you a necklace of garlic bulbs, spell of protection, last rites, all types of hoodoo.
Oh, wow. Am I gonna make it?
That's up to you. There's a lot of talk about this matchup tonight. You know, you going up against a one-on-one elite defender. They say he's a monster. They even say he's a soul snatcher.
He ain't snatching nothing from me, especially not the ball.
So you said you playing it safe, okay.
Nah, I'm playing my game, Xander. Trading for others, not turning it over, getting the dub.
I feel you, but to do all that against this level of defender, you're gonna have to be elite yourself. So, MP, you throwing down the gauntlet, here and now declaring yourself as an elite playmaker?
That's the whole point of these videos, Xander. My director, we are showing the people what it takes to be an elite playmaker. Tonight, we do it against one of the great individual defenders in the game. So, y'all better tune in.